What's running around? No, it's a hog. Oh shit. Oh yeah, it is. Thing's freaking huge. Yeah, it is. I mean, you could get way in there. Well, this is going to be home for the next couple days, I think. We ended up getting a bunch of birds on a limb this morning, drove around a bunch of the northern part of the state, trying to see if we could locate any more. And we ended up heading south in hopes that run into a lot more green down here, and sure enough we did. There was even a flood warning on our way down, and it seemed like they ended up getting a lot more water than the northern part of the state. So we're going to stay down here for at least a day or two. We still got a whole one night and a whole day until it opens, because it opens Friday the 15th. We got down to the southern part of the state around 2:30, and we ended up seeing 3 longbeards on some private, but they were kind of working towards public. And when we were back in that public, it was super green, and this creek bottom just looked like picture perfect turkey hunting conditions. So we're gonna end up heading that way, see if we can end up roosting some birds tonight. But it's about 6:30 right now, so we only got half hour, 45 minutes left of light. Got camp pretty much set up as much as we can right now. We're gonna hit the road, hopefully roost some birds tonight. Just don't want to get too far deep. And then call too loud at him or something if he's right out there. So we're walking back to the spot. It's probably 3/4 of a mile down this trail. But the plan is there's a big bottom with a couple clear cuts. And it looks to be 4 little creek bottoms that all come into an intersection. So I'm hoping that we can get in there, try to get one to strike up on a limb and roost them. And hopefully, I've been working on my owl screech lately, and this morning it worked really good. We were able to get some toms fired up, so hopefully it does the same thing tonight. But with that is, because it's such a higher frequency than just your normal owl hoot, it really pulls into those far creeks and up over those ridges, I think, and it just broadcasts the sound a lot farther and deeper than just a regular owl hoot. And I feel like it really gets those hard to reach toms to pop off. Hopefully it keeps doing the same thing tonight. But it looks pretty good on the map, and they've been doing a bunch of burns around here, and stuff is greening up really quick. It looks like a really nice spot for turkeys to be hanging out. Whether one's back here or not, we're gonna find out. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh.
doing a pinch though. So we ended up spending the night down in the southern part of the state here. Drove around last night, tried to roost something. Didn't have any luck with that. We haven't even seen a turkey track on any of these dirt roads. We walked around some spots and haven't even seen a single turkey track. No turkey scat, no feathers, nothing. Besides those 3 longbeards that we've seen on private, that's the only sign of turkeys that we've gotten down here. Yesterday morning, we ended up having those 5 birds gobble, and right now it's about 8:30, so we just ended up packing camp up, and we're gonna head back north. We ended up running into a guy down here that was listening for birds, and he's a local here, and he hunts a lot of private stuff, and he was saying that this whole area gets pounded pretty hard, which I believe. There's tire tracks everywhere from people ripping up and down these dirt roads. We've seen a couple trucks out just listening for birds, a couple guys out scouting. So we'll get up there sometime around noon and probably just do the same thing that we've been doing, drive around, try to find some turkey tracks. I got pins on where those birds were gobbling off the limb yesterday morning, so we'll probably just end up circling back through that area, see if we can figure out what those birds are doing and where they're going. And then tomorrow morning is opening day, and it looks like it's gonna rain, so everything's gonna change. It's been sunny the last couple days here, so we'll see how that's gonna end up affecting the birds. Before we ended up driving down here, everyone thought we were nuts for coming down here and trying to chase turkeys. Everything we've heard about this place is that it's pretty hard to do, and I've never even shot a turkey myself, but it's just something I love doing, and the challenge in itself is, I think, what makes the hunt. Whether we come out of here with a bird or not, I'm still going to consider it a success. We're still learning, we're still growing, and that's really all you can ask for. And I mean, it doesn't get much better than coming out here and just enjoying the outdoors and getting out there in hopes to be successful getting a turkey down here. But we're going to jump in the truck here, head back north. Well, it's about 3 o'clock right now. Chris and I ended up driving all the way back up north where we heard those 5 gobblers yesterday morning. There's a bunch of public around here, and we've just been jumping around spot to spot, kind of speed scouting our way through, trying to find scratching, turkey tracks, turkey scat, anything to tell us that there's turkeys in that area. We've been striking out everywhere we go, and there's one spot on the map that I've been looking at, and it's pushed away from a lot of the county roads. There's only one way you can access it, and it's pretty deep. When we were pulling into the road starts to get washed out a little, so we couldn't go that far. And I think we've been the only ones back in here for quite some time. There's a couple little muddy spots on this trail. There's no boot tracks, no tire tracks, nothing. And we come up over this little ridge, and there's a bunch of scratching laid down in this road, besides hearing them gobble on a limb and then seeing those ones on private. But that's the first sign that we've seen laid down on public, and it was probably 6 or 7 different spots down just the middle of this trail here. And this trail follows this big ridge top all the way around to this public lake way back there. And then there's a bunch of just finger ridges that kind of fall off the edge of these and go down into some creek bottoms. And it makes a perfect spot for these birds to come up here and fly out into these roost trees. And there's a bunch of old pines, real big roost trees in here, easy for them to get up in, just flying right off these ridge tops. I marked it on Onyx. If we don't find anything better, we're going to come back in here tonight, see if we can either watch birds come up to roost or get them to gobble. But slowly but surely we're chipping away at these things. It's been a rough couple days here, but fingers crossed, and we're going to just stay after these things the best way we can. I just finished that interview 100 yards up this road, and here's this little wet spot over here. We stopped to look at it, and sure enough, there's some old turkey tracks in here. They're hard to see, but yeah, there's a couple up on this bank down in here. It looks like 2 different birds. I mean, it could have just been one bird running circles in here for all we know, but
I'm gonna say 2 birds just because it makes me feel better. But we're just gonna keep walking this road. It's slowly starting to go up in elevation just a little bit, and then that lake is a good ways down there. But I think up on top of this ridge, it kind of rolls off each side, and we should be able to look into those creek bottoms. So we're just gonna sneak our way up there, glass in there, maybe catch one slipping around through there. Might see some more turkey sign up the road a little more too, but it's looking good. I'm getting excited over it. It's been a while since I've seen some sign down here. Chris has got a piece of gravel or something stuck in his tire, and it's slowly leaking air, but I just wanted to get over here. And this was that same ridge system that we heard all those birds gobbling on yesterday morning. A thunderstorm was starting to roll in tonight, so I don't know how hot they're going to be gobbling tonight. We haven't had any luck with roosting birds the last 2 nights. It's opening morning tomorrow, so we were just hoping we could get a better pinpoint on where these birds were for tomorrow morning, but we figured out a decent amount of information today. As we were coming over here, actually, we had a hen come up out of this ravine and then run right into this ridge system that we were just calling into. But we're gonna head to town quick, and hopefully we can race the air in that tire, get to a parts store quick and put a plug in that thing before it gets too low. It's opening day tomorrow though, so we're going to be out here running around with a shotgun finally. But we got a couple pins on where we heard those birds gobbling yesterday morning, and then where all that sign was that we found today. So we're going to debate on either trying to get on one of these birds that we heard gobbling, which is probably the likelihood of what we're going to do. It's going to rain all day tomorrow, it says. I haven't really had too much experience hunting in the rain. I've only been turkey hunting for 2 years alone, so I don't really have a whole lot of experience in the first place, and I've never even actually shot a turkey yet. So this is all new to me, especially coming into a state like this. But we're slowly plugging away and doing the best that we can. Chris and a buddy of ours is going to be out chasing turkeys this spring. They got a bunch of stuff lined up. A couple archery hunts that they're going to try to get on for turkeys as well. We'll be having a lot more videos coming to the channel. But like I said, we're going to get heading to town, but I appreciate you guys watching. If you can, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, follow us along. We'll see you guys on the next one.